super sport, wet paint, big feet. I pull up and kill shit, 6 feet.
Alright, 6 feet, going deep. It's Torius with
your boy Nell. What's good? You already know, New Era gang in this bitch. Grab a gang in this bitch. Rolling up, big killer. With my nigga Nick 6 feet. Yeah.
Alright, now why don't you tell us about what you do?
Well, I make music for a living, you know. That's what I do, you know what I'm saying? I just rap, you know what I'm saying? I just hella grind, work on my creativity, you know what I'm saying? Work on my art, you know what I'm saying? And my vision, basically, you know what I'm saying? So,
yeah.
But that comes with being an artist, so that's what I do, you know. I just make music, creative shit.
For sure. So you're a Miami-born native, right?
Yeah.
Or Miami Gardens?
Carol City.
Yeah.
I don't know why they fucking changed it to Miami Gardens. That shit make that shit just sound like green, you feel me?
Oh, wait, so Carol City, it's not called Carol City anymore?
Nah, they changed the name, you feel me, to Miami Gardens. Like, that shit probably happened like 08 or 09.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, some stupid shit. Like, they was talking about changing the high school names, all type of shit, you feel me? Like,
because it's kind of funny, like, being from, like, down south, I always thought that, I never even knew what Carol City was until, like, I started listening to you guys' music. Because I always knew it as Miami Gardens.
Yeah, because Carol City just, like, they call it that because it's, like, you feel me, legendary. You feel me? Like, hella people wore that name, you feel me? And, like, yeah, like, even before him, you feel me? Before Rick Ross, you feel me? It's, like, legends that, you know, wore that name, Carol City, you feel me? Like, football players and shit, like, that was really, like, out there with that shit for real, you know? And, like, that shit, it just never died.
You
like,
feel like
we ain't gonna let it die.
You feel like it was a place that, like, bred people to, like, do great things?
Hell yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong, like, a lot of fucked up shit come from Miami, you know what I'm saying? But, like, it's a lot of legends and a lot of, like, creative people that come from Miami, you know? And, like, not even just rappers and artists, you feel me? It'd be, like, you know, lawyers and, you know, doctors coming from Miami, you feel me? And just, you know, smart. They know how to move. They know how to live. They know how to be aware of their surroundings and shit.
What was it like growing up in Carol City?
I mean, you know, I want to say it was, like, harsh, you feel me? Because, like, it's certain shit that you grow up knowing about, you feel me? Like, in Miami, because, like, if you from Miami, you grew up with somebody that died, that was close to you, you know what I'm saying? Or, like, somebody that went to jail or went to prison that's close to you, you feel me?
Like, you grow up a little faster
yeah,
than most
like,
people.
you grow up like that rather than, you know, living in the suburbs. You got mama and daddy, you know, good family, big school to go to, you know, shit like that, you feel me? Like, it's people that don't have that. It's people that have broken families from Miami, you feel me? So it's like it give them more to, like, work for, you feel me? It give them something to work towards, you feel me? A reason to get that shit. So, like, I wouldn't say, like, it's hard coming up from there because of, like, our surroundings and, like, the shit that goes on.
You just trying to make it out.
But it's like, it gives you like a backbone, you feel me? Basically.
No, of course. Do a lot of people do music out there?
I mean, yeah, man. Majority of people do music because, like, if they not doing music, they probably gonna be out there just doing nothing, waking up every day, walking to the corner store, buying a smoke, you feel me, and doing shit like that. You feel me? And it's like music, it actually gives people like that a way out, you feel me? Like, people that don't have nothing going for themselves or something to do or something to go look forward to or try out. You feel me? So, like, a lot of people from Miami starting to gravitate to music because of, like, what's going on with the scene and the people that's coming up and where they reside from, you feel me?
What do you think of the scene right now?
Honestly, I think it's pretty dope, you feel me? Like, we get all these different sounds coming from the city. You know, people, you know, actually giving us recognition and shit, you feel me? And actually, like, looking down on Miami because, like, before, you feel me, we was just, like, a speck on a big ass platform.
Like, no one was really coming out of Miami.
But now we got the torch. So, like, I appreciate that shit. I appreciate seeing niggas coming up and they get the rain with Florida on their shirt. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's dope.
How does it feel like being responsible, like, you know, for, like, setting that way for, like, all the new artists coming out of Florida?
I mean, it's super dope because they always pay homage. You know what I'm saying? Like, they like to come through and they always hit me with the, you a legend and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? But, like, it ain't really, like, you know, ain't really nothing to like brag about. You feel me? Because it's like either way, I'm still gonna be making music. I'm still gonna be, you know, doing what I gotta do to like make it in the game. So
Nah, cause you guys were like
can't
definitely
keep
like
looking back.
like a soundtrack to like people like in high school and stuff like that.
Yeah, I get that a lot. You know, I get that people. I got through like people help. I help people get through high school. You know, save people lives and shit like that. I get a lot of that shit. You know, but like, you know, I just be looking forward now. You know, I'm looking forward, trying to like touch more people. You feel me? Rather than just the people from the past. You know, I'm trying to touch the future now. You feel me?
Do you feel like you would be like you would have been doing more if you weren't in jail? If you didn't go?
Fuck, hell yeah. Cause bitch, I miss hella bread. You feel me? Like, come on, like, it was like tours. I missed a whole fucking year of touring. A year and a half of touring and shows and music production. You feel me? Cause the last song I put out before I got locked up was "Break Yourself Too," and that shit did 1 million while I was in prison. You feel me? So it's like I couldn't celebrate none of that shit. I couldn't like, you know, go up for nothing. You feel me? Like, and then when I came back out, it was already a whole nother wave of music. Yeah. You feel me? So it's like they didn't even get to have my power up. I didn't get to go into my prime. You feel me? I had to come out.
I feel like you adapted to the new wave like pretty easily because you were making songs with like some of the new artists that came out, like Ski and Dirty Face and like a bunch of like others on like
because it's like tape. You don't really have a choice, you know, like especially in this industry, like it's either, you know, you can't beat them, you join them, you know what I'm saying? That's just what it is, you know, like niggas just don't fuck with haters and shit, and I'm just not a hater, you feel me? I fuck with good music. I fuck with, you know, genuine people that just, you know, do what I like, want what I want from life, you know what I'm saying? So I just look at it like that. I don't look at everybody like stars and shit, because you know, we are regular people still. For me.
How does it feel like being known?
It's lit, but at the same time it's not, because like you can't really be low key, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm a real like low key person, because it's like I'm not no fucking saint, you feel me? Like, I do my dirt out here, you feel me? So, like, I like to be low-key. I don't like people, like, all in my face all the time. But, like, it's lit because, like, you get to go places and people, like, gravitate to you, you know? And you get to feel how, you know, the love and the energy is in different places from, you know, foreigners and shit. Like, rather than a stranger just going and, like, you know, trying to sightsee and shit, you feel me? Like, you actually get people to gravitate to you, help you through your experience, you know, and stuff like that. And that comes with traveling and shit, you feel me? So, like, being known has its ups.
But do you feel like you got more supporters being known or more haters?
Supporters, definitely, bro. Because, like, I don't really get a lot of haters. I don't know why, bro. It's just, like, people fuck with me, you feel me? Like, the people that fuck with me. And if you don't fuck with me, they just don't, like, fuck with me. Yeah. They just don't be like, you a fuck nigga. You feel no reason, like, bitch, I hate you. Like, I don't get that a lot.
Nah, of course. What about like working with Raider Klan in the beginning? How was it like linking up with them?
Raider Klan? They're my brothers, man. Like, fucking Raider Klan. We've been through a lot of shit. Like, man, I remember, bitch. I used to do music with Puya. And Purp was like, Puya couldn't be in Raider Klan. Like, that was some weird shit.
Why didn't you want him in Raider Klan?
I don't even know, dog. It was just some fucking weird shit. You feel me? Like, this is a nigga that everybody know. We rap with this nigga like all the time. And he didn't want him in. Like, he just said no, just because that's what he do. You feel me? Like, just like on some boss shit.
He didn't see the potential.
I don't think it was that. I think it was cause what was going on with Raider Klan. Like, I think at that time we was in the middle of a war, you feel me? So he didn't want to bring Puya into that.
What do you mean?
Cause it's like back then, you feel me? That's when we was like they had that little ASAP beef and shit. Yeah. You feel me? So like we was like in the middle of war music, you feel me? Like that's what we was promoting and shit, and like Puya just asked him at the wrong time, you feel me? Like asked him in the middle of ranting and shit, you feel me? Like going on Twitter rants and shit. And you know, Perp don't give a fuck when he on Twitter, you feel me? Like, you're not supposed to talk to Perp on Twitter, you feel me?
Yeah, Perp be reckless.
Yeah.
But I mean, like wasn't he part of it like at a point?
Yeah, I feel like Puya was a big influence on a lot of the Raider Klan sound, you know, because he used to. Sorry, man. He used to always be around, you feel me? And, like, he always used to put his 2 cents in, and he was always, like, with the shits, with the funk, you feel me? Like, he had it. He had the phone that's undeniable. He still has it, you feel me? I can't say it, like, he don't have it, you feel me? Like, he had it, you feel me? And he deserved that light that he getting, you feel me?
What made you want to work with Purrp?
I'm gonna keep it G, bro. On 6 feet, right here, exclusive. I'm gonna keep it G, bro. I ain't even know, bro. I'm gonna keep it real, 100. I knew who A$AP Rocky was before I knew who Purrp was, bro. Like G shit, like that's when he came out with that peso shit. You feel me? And like I was fucking with that shit heavy. You feel me? Like that was one of my favorite songs. You feel me? But then when like I found out about Purrp, like he was coming through with that dark shit, and then the only thing it took was them to say he was from Miami, and I was behind them 100. You feel me? So that's how that shit went. You feel me? Like he wasn't in Miami when I heard about him. He was in New York with them boys. You feel me? So like,
where you work?
I was really like just working with Denzel Curry and like Simi and shit. You feel me? Like Puya started coming around later and shit. But like before that, I was doing a lot of shit on my own with my brother and shit, and with like one of my dead homies, Jip. You feel me? He used to rap with us and shit.
Yeah.
You know. But like, man, fucking with Purrp and shit like really like changed the way that I was thinking at that time, you feel me? Cause like Purrp, he was older than us, you feel me? So when we was like 18, 19, he was like 21, you feel me?
Yeah.
So like he used to be thinking different at that time, you know. But so when I met him, you feel me, he came off as like a big brother, like your force, like your overseer, you know what I'm saying? Like he was like that.
He was like guiding you guys.
Yeah, like he was like a mentor, you feel me? Like he was somebody that I could call, you feel me, for advice and shit, you feel me? When I was up the road and I'm just thinking about music, I hit that nigga up, you feel me? And he gonna put me on game, you feel me? Like putting me on game, that's the nigga that we needed, you feel me? Somebody that wasn't scared to give game to us, because we didn't know what we was getting ourselves into at first, you feel me? But like fucking with Purrp and Raider Klan really like changed the way that I looked at music and what we could bring to the music, cause like we just had so many ideas that we was just throwing out there, man, and it could have like been the worst of us, you feel me? Cause like we was doing all type of shit on tracks, you feel me? Like to the point it was to killing niggas, like you feel me? Like killing people close to us on track, and that shit be dangerous sometimes, you feel me? Like so it's like being around people. Nah, I'm saying like wishing death on somebody, you feel me, or saying a storyline and somebody gets shot with our names in it, you feel me, like shit like that, you feel me, like shit like that be like crazy talk, you feel me? And like fucking with Purrp really opened our eyes to like the magic in the music, you feel me, and how shit play out and how you supposed to think, how you supposed to do this shit, you feel me? Because a lot of people just be blind to this shit, you feel me? But that shit getting blurry. Look at me. See. That motherfucking.
You can keep talking.
Shit we ain't supposed to say.
So like, what was it that was different from like all the other like rappers and like producers like coming out and all the people making music at that time?
To be honest, bro, I feel like everybody was just fucking jocking our shit. Real shit. Everybody was, when we was coming out, we wasn't that big, you feel me? Niggas wasn't really gravitating to our music, because we only had one way to stream our shit, and mainstream niggas used to bite our style.
Was it SoundCloud?
Put it on well. Yeah, that's all we used to have was SoundCloud. You feel me? And like I ain't gonna lie, a lot of our music was coming out on YouTube. You feel me? Because like YouTube was the wave. We was like dropping videos and them shits was going viral, so we would drop the music on there too and make it like a wave. That's why when you go to like a lot of like music shit, like a lot of shit on iTunes, shit on YouTube, that's music, it be having like all those plays on it and shit, cause like that's what we used to like put our music on at first.
Yeah.
But like Raider Klan's like that shit turned me on to traveling, turned me on to like, you know, thinking different, moving different, rather than just staying stationary in one spot. You feel me? Like it was like Raider Klan everywhere. You feel me?
Yeah,
like I fucked with that shit.
I was gonna ask, like, how was it like working with different Raider Klan members from like different places, like Xavier Wolf?
Love, you feel me? Cause like they used to come to Miami. You feel me? We used to go out there, and like we used to just always show love, always like make different sounds, like just chilling, like on some real shit. You feel me? Like not on no, excuse me, not on no Hollywood shit.
Yeah.
You feel me? But like it just be on some gangster shit. Like we would link up, smoke big blunts, talk about bitches, and start a cipher up. You feel me? And then be rapping like just like cool nigga shit. Like
you guys always
hood. It's like when you the best rapper in your hood, and then you just got a gang of best rappers from their hoods, and then where everybody just in a cipher just spitting. Like that's just what it was. You feel me? Like it was a love. Like it was an awesome group. We was lit.
So like when you guys first met, like was the chemistry right? Like you guys just fuck with each other off rip?
Yeah, because like we already listened to each other music. You feel me? So it's like it wasn't like strangers. We was already family. You feel me? Because we listened to each other music. So it was like it made us fans. You feel me? So when we met each other, everybody came off as fans. You feel me? So it was like it was just lit like that, my G. Like I fucked with it.
Do you feel like everyone being like as good rappers as they were, it like made you like more motivated to like going harder? Like it forced you to like do things that you didn't.
Fuck yeah, cause I ain't want nobody to show me up. I ain't want nobody to beat me out. You feel me? Like I ain't want nobody to rap harder than me. Nothing. You feel me? Like it just kept me on my A game, cause like everybody was dope. You feel me? So and it was like it was hard because like at that moment we were sleeping on each other. So like nobody really knew who was like the hardest shit. Yeah. You feel me? So like when shit started like coming to light and like people started taking position, you know, it just fell that way. You know, everything fell. It happened for a reason, but shit, niggas move on. You feel me? Life goes on, like Pac say. You feel me? Niggas ain't tripping.
Of course. So what was it like? Right after you like after the Raider Klan like disbanded.
Say that again.
What was the situation for you when Raider Klan disbanded?
What the situation was for me?
Yeah, like when you guys broke up with it.
When we broke up. Oh, it was already fucked up because I was going through like legal issues with them, you know, in the contract situation. Because like, you know, inside shit that was going on, you know, about money and shit, you know. So I was really like already in the process of getting my contract voided. So when all that shit started crumbling, I wasn't really in the crossfire because I already made my own lane again with New Era Gang. Yeah. You feel me? Because that's the first thing I did when I found out that I wasn't going to be a part of Raider Klan again. You feel me? So it really, like, it helped me, you know what I'm saying, like, to branch off before the crash happened, because it probably would have been for the worst for me. No, yeah. But it was all good, you know. I ain't take too big. I ain't take no big L. You feel me? Like I was still able to move and do my own thing.
What did you learn from Raider Klan not working out that you would do differently?
I learned to know your business. You know what I'm saying? I learned to, like, you know, understand what you're getting yourself into, you know what I'm saying? Because, like, you know, like, being young in the game, you feel me, you just be looking for the bigger picture, you know what I'm saying, for yourself. And, like, sometimes big picture come with a big loss, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, just gotta have your P's and Q's together. That's it.
No, of course. What do you think could have, like, made it, like, what could have avoided that?
To be honest, maybe like a bigger team, you feel me? Cause like when it came to like Raider Klan, everything about it was underground, you feel me? When it came to, like, to the label and the artists, everything was underground, you feel me? So we came from the ground up, you feel me? Like, so the label didn't really have money to like fund everybody and do as they please, you know what I'm saying? So like, yeah, if Raider Klan would have just had a bigger team with them, you feel me, and like a little more firepower to work with and like do these tours and fund these tours and break these artists, you know, it would have been lit. Everybody would have been happy. Everybody would have got paid, and it would have been a better situation. But you know, it just didn't go like that. Couldn't. wasn't meant to.
Is there anything else that like, were there any like misconceptions on Raider Klan that you want to like clear up?
I mean, shit. One, I want to clear up. I want everybody that's dissing Raider Klan, that be saying dissing Raider Klan, y'all just stop doing that shit. You feel me? Because it make it, bruh. That shit, Raider Klan ain't even really no Raider Klan no more. You feel me? If you really think about it, all the OG Raider Klan. So y'all stop dissing Raider Klan. If y'all gonna diss niggas in Raider Klan, like drop a name. You feel me? Because like niggas be really out here making diss songs about niggas. You feel me? And like y'all don't even know. You feel me? So like I just want to tell y'all boys, stop dissing Raider Klan. You feel me? Because that shit cut. Shit.
For sure. Here now, let's get to Nell. What are like Nell's influences? Like who influenced you to rap how you rap?
Bone Thugs, Tupac. Shit. DJ Quick. Nigga. BG Knockout. Nigga. People like that, you feel me? Snoop Dogg. Can't leave out Snoop Dogg.
What about who are you listening to now? Is there any playlists?
I be fucking with a lot of artists. You feel me? I be fucking with Ross. I be fucking with I be fucking with Most Def a lot lately. You feel me? Cause I've been sleep on Most Def for a minute.
Yeah.
Fucking with Nas. But I fuck with young artists too. You feel me? Like my dogs. You feel me? Like Ski and them boys, and Smoke Perp them boys. Like I listen to all my dogs. Denzel. You feel me? Puya and them boys.
What was it like knowing that Denzel got XXL last year?
That shit was like a fucking. I already knew it was gonna happen. You feel me? Like niggas wasn't on bruh level right then. You feel
they
me?
missed his mark. Like when he was actually coming up.
Yeah.
He was supposed to get it like what was it 2014, right?
Yeah, 2014, and he got mad about that shit. It was touring fucking crazy.
For real?
That year. Hell yeah, man. I remember that shit. Then I got locked up. That was bullshit.
You know, he was the only person like in 2014 that I actually knew was on there.
G-shit?
Yeah. Like everyone else, I didn't even know who they were.
Hey, you just gave me the lighter back? I just fired that bitch back up, huh? That's fire. This shit's smoking, bro.
What are you smoking on right now?
Oh, this that, organic OG right here. You feel me? The original strand right here. This that OG Kush right here. Right.
That's your favorite?
Yeah, I've been fucking with the OG lately. That shit be giving me headaches, but I've been busting them packs.
So like music wise, what are you coming with different now in your music than you were doing back then in Raider Klan days?
To be honest, I feel like the sound is different because like my beat choice now, so it's like, cause I'm not really in like that dark stage that I was in back then, you feel me? Like I got a lot more to like be happy about, you feel me, than back then. So it's like I got a lot of light music too, you feel me? So like that shit just come from, how I'm feeling, you feel me? But a lot of my shit now is just, conscious, and like I like to turn up on shit too, you feel me? Like make shit like jump, like, hip hoppy, you feel me? Cause I don't like making boring music, cause I can't turn up to that shit, you feel me? But I like making classic shit and shit with content, you feel me? So a lot of my shit you gonna hear like that extra effort, you feel me?
What about shows? You got plans for shows?
Yeah, I'm actually touring soon, man. Keep it between you and me. I ain't even gonna drop the date yet, but just know I'm touring soon, man. So y'all come see me live, you feel me? I'm about to go fucking crazy.
Who's gonna be on the tour?
Right now, we don't even really have no opening acts, you feel me? Other than Daddy Mac, you feel me? But we gonna get some open acts. You feel me? We ain't really fucking with nobody right now, cause like people weren't fucking with us in first. You feel me? So like, we ain't really like putting too many people on our plate. We just gonna do our thing. You feel me?
How long have you known Mac?
Me and Mac go way back, man. Mac actually was the first person to throw a show for me when I got out of prison. We did Broken Windows.
That was the Space Ghost show, right?
Space Ghost came out.
What happened at that show?
They actually shut that shit down, you feel me? Like, police came and shut our shit down, man. We was just about to go on, too. Mad people was coming out from the city, man. Yeah.
It was so funny because that was the first time I ever met you.
No, I actually remember that day. That's why I keep saying I remember this, man, for some reason, you feel me?
No, but, like, because the thing is, like, I remember old Nell with the long dreads, you know? So
crazy.
And then I saw you, and then I was like, yo, who's that guy on the stage? And then my boy was like, yo, that's Nell. I'm like, what the fuck? That's Nell?
Yeah, man. That shit was going to be a lit-ass show, too, though. I know motherfuckers was ready to go crazy.
I got footage of that too, like when they shut it down and everything.
Yeah, man. That was actually at my people's spot, you feel me? Like, the whole thing was in-house, you feel me? Like, everything was coming in, like, to us, you feel me? Like, everything was in-house, you feel me? And
the venue was, like, right in the, like, in a neighborhood.
Fuck yeah, in the Jacks, you feel me?
I think that's why they shut it down.
Hell yeah, but... I know, man, we're gonna have way more shit, you feel me? Like, especially after this tour, you feel me? Because I'm actually touring overseas, too, you feel me? So, like, I actually get to go see different people and eat different food and shit. So, you know, I know shit gonna look a little different.
You're able to go overseas, right?
Yeah.
Alright.
Now I can. Because
I know a lot of rappers that they're, like, not even able to. Like, they got tours, but they're, like, probation and shit.
Haha, yeah, I don't do probation no more. I don't do none of that shit. I don't even do police. Police like me, nah. So I be trying to be nice to their ass.
What about how was it like dropping 90s Mentality 2? What was the reception on that you got?
Honestly, dog, I should have kept that shit up. Because I actually took 90s Mentality 2 down, you feel me? That's why you can't find that shit nowhere. But, like, I should have kept that shit up, dog. Because that shit was really buzzing, you feel me, low-key. I was just sleep on myself.
That was, like, because you weren't dropping music for a while, and then you just dropped
like, 30 songs.
What do you think was the best song on there?
You remember those songs?
Yeah. I still got that shit. I got them on my iPod.
The best song on 90s Mentality 2. You got that shit? He got 90s Mentality 2. That's crazy. The best song on 90s Mentality 2.
I won't lie. Like, I deleted all the music on my computer, so I don't think I'm going to be able to get it back.
No, you can't get it back unless I put it back out. Yeah, and that's it. I ain't gonna lie. I fuck with Take a Ride heavy. And that Breaker. That Breaker was...
That was my favorite one.
That was a hard track we had, dude. And that shit came, like... We did that shit quick as fuck in the studio. The niggas was just there.
Yeah.
Like, I ain't even really, like... I wasn't really too familiar with them boys. We just did that shit.
So you didn't know, like, they were like, buzzing?
Nah. You feel me? Like, we was just, like... Same place, same, like, scenario. That's when the boys was in Miami a lot. You feel me? And, like...
I think...
But I've been met Ski Man, you feel me? Like, before I went to prison and shit. Like, I brought them boys to the studio before. Shit, you feel me? So it was like he was like linking back up with me, letting me know like that he still fucks with me and shit, you feel me? Cause I was gone for a minute, but fuck that shit.
Yeah, you guys were a big influence on Members Only, right?
Shit, let me see a liar. Yeah, you could say that, you feel me? I would hope so, you feel me? Cause like, you know, a lot of the shit, like, it was some shit that I heard from them boys that kind of sound like OG Raider Klan shit.
Yeah.
You feel me? But like,
so they're fucking with Denzel then. Like,
yeah, you feel me? So like, I would say, yeah, you feel me? We influenced them boys a lot. You know what I'm saying? But if they say different, you know what I'm saying, then they'll have to let me know or some shit like that. But I don't think so. You feel me? They would tell you the same thing. You feel me? Like,
no, yeah, of course. What about like the new generation that you inspired? Like, damn, I forgot what that's.
The new generation, man. To be honest, man, I feel like my music now is gonna change a lot. You feel me? Cause people just now like listening to me. You feel me? Like, I don't really have a lot of my old fans that I used to have, you feel me? So it's gonna be like a lot of new fans that's like getting onto this new sound. But I feel like me now is gonna be like on a whole nother like level because I'm not playing with tracks, you feel me? Like it's like I'm putting out serious music, you feel me? So it's like I want a serious crowd, you feel me? And serious.
What about your old fans that like the stuff they were making before, but then they
them, you feel me? And I like, if you listen to my recent project 4 Seasons, you know, you'll try to see that I try to like, you know, reinvent that shit for them, you know what I'm saying, and keep it active, you know what I'm saying, because like I don't want them to think that I'm just steering away from that shit with all the new music that I have, you feel me, because a lot of the new music I have are not sampled, you know, so it's gonna come out different because like I make different music from the different producers I fuck with, you know, so like, you know, I just try to like keep them boys in the loop, keep a couple samples going, put them on Soundcloud. You know, I'm gonna drop another EP before the album so that they can have all that. You know what I'm saying? They can have all the samples they want.
How often are you hitting the studio?
Pretty much, man, like 3 or 4 times a week. I try to get in like every day, you know what I'm saying? But like that should be like impossible sometimes because there's so many artists coming out of Miami and like, you know, studios be booked out, you feel me? Because I pay for my studio times, you feel me? So it's like, shit be booked out, you feel me? And it's like, I don't really like recording in-house because it's like, I like the studio sound now, you feel me? So,
like, type professional?
Yeah, you know, so I be having to wait. Sometimes it take like a week to get in the studio, but you know, I still be like going crazy, you know, booking out time and shit. I be in there like at least 3 or 4 times a week, you know, dropping my shit up.
Do you record, like, do you write your stuff or do you freestyle? And if you write your stuff, do you write it in the studio or like you write it out like at your crib and then you just record it in the studio?
To be honest, I wish I could write my music. I wish I could write like before I go to the studio, dog. That shit be like impossible for me because like I can never get into a spot where I feel comfortable to fucking sit down and write to some loud music, you feel me? Because there's always shit going on outside the studio. I like to be in the studio. I could just sit there for hours and just listen to beats and fucking, you know what I'm saying, and just record when I want to record, you feel me? And a lot of my music come off just off the head like that, you feel me? Because I don't be feeling like sitting there taking that time and writing and shit when I could just think it up, you feel me? So it's like I work like that because like I know what's gonna come out, you feel me? I know the sound that I'm looking for, you feel me? Like people just be sleep, you feel me? So I just use that to my advantage and just keep it going like that. And I pay for my own shit just in case, you know, because a lot of people like lose faith in you, you feel me? Like, and like, you know, it's hard coming back up, you feel me, from the bottom, you feel me? So it's like you just gotta keep that shit moving, you know, keep that shit, you know, real with yourself. And that's what I like to do. I like to just keep it real with myself, you feel me?
Yeah. You feel like your name's still buzzing in these streets?
I feel like, you know what I'm saying, I've been quiet, you feel me, because I'm plotting on something bigger, you know what I'm saying? So hell yeah, my name buzzing, you feel me, because when the motherfuckers see me, niggas, you know, show respect, you know, and I fuck with a lot of artists, you feel me? So like, you know, yeah, I could say that, but like I feel like I'm letting people sleep, you feel me, until I'm ready to come out, you feel me? So it's just me, you know what I'm saying? It ain't really like nothing stopping me from being great, you know what I'm saying? It's just me doing what I feel is right, you know what I'm saying?
You wanna know something funny? Whenever I like go on No Jumper comments, like I look at the comments and I always see like, do Nell, when are you gonna do Nell? When are you gonna do Nell interview? Like I see that shit all the time.
Yeah, I fuck with No Jumper, man. You know, he the realest, really. He be going crazy, too. Shout out to my nigga Adam. That's real.
But it's just, like, crazy to me, like, how much, like, influence you have because I don't really see, like, any other. The only other person I see is, like, Denzel from, like, Raider Klan.
Yeah, you know, Denzel's still going crazy, too, man. You know, he in Europe right now going stupid with this shit. But, like, you know, this shit it's a mind game, you know what I'm saying? Like, people just gonna perceive what they want, you know what I'm saying? Like, and that's all it is, perception, you know what I'm saying? What these people see you as, you know what I'm saying? So like, I'm just trying to be me as long as possible, you feel me, as real as possible, you feel me? Because it's like, it's a lot of fake ass shit.
yeah. What's like something that you didn't know about the music industry before getting in, and then once you got in, you're like, damn, this isn't what I thought.
How fucking segregated it really is. You know what I'm saying? How like.
Yeah, we were talking about like fake stuff in the music industry.
Fake stuff. You don't curse? You curse?
Yeah.
You fucking lying.
I curse. Oh, I was just...
Alright. What we doing?
Yeah, like so like a misconception, like you thought like damn, like I want to be in the music industry, then like this happened and then you're like, you know what, fuck this shit. Something like that.
What? Nah, but I understand what you're saying. But like, yeah, I feel like how hard it is to work like with other artists and build with other artists is some shit that I like, you know, disapprove of. Like when I got into the industry, because like, you know, it's segregated. You know, a lot of people, you know, just want to do their own thing. You feel me? So it's like, it's hard to like, you know, elevate when like a nigga like don't want to see you winning. You feel me? So, you know, niggas gonna do what they want to do. You feel me? So the game's just gonna elevate. It's gonna keep going. You know, life gonna go on. It's just what it is. So.
No, yeah.
You know, I'ma still keep it G, you feel me, and you know, rock out with the funk as long as possible, you feel me.
No, of course. What about some advice you want to give to anyone that wants to start out?
That wants to start out doing music, I would say, make sure your mind is in the right place, you feel me, cause like a lot of people get into music thinking about the craziest scenarios, you know what I'm saying? And it's like that shit'll turn you into it, you know what I'm saying? So like just have your mind together and don't let this shit turn you into something that you can't control. You feel me? That's it.
Nah, for sure. What about anyone you want to shout out?
Yeah, I wanna shout out McDonald's. I wanna shout out
You used to work at McDonald's?
Nah, just, you know,
Fuck with it.
they should sponsor me. Fuck that. I want to shout out Adidas, nigga. I want to shout out all the... Fuck that shit. Nah, for real though. Shout out to 6 Feet. You know, shout out to New Era Gang, you know, Wax Life, you feel me? Shout out to my nigga YK, Chris, you know how we coming. Shout out to, what I was supposed to say? Why Chris? Shout out to my niggas, man. Shout out to, you know, Miami, you know, shout out to shit. Fuck that shit. New Era Gang, nigga. Fuck that shit, nigga. We high, nigga. You already know what's going on.
That's that OG, man.
Where can they find you at?
Find me at N3_LL on Twitter, nigga. New Era Nell on Instagram, man.
Yeah, I looked up that. I couldn't find you.
New Era Nell.
No, N3_LL
on Twitter. N3_LL on Twitter. Yeah, fuck with me.
That's been your app for a fat minute too. I've been seeing this shit for a while.
Yeah. Since
right?
a long time.
Yo, when you said that right now, like, brought it back.
You remember that
N3_LL.
Yeah.
Alright, so this has been 6 Feet with N3_LL.
Yeah, motherfucking yeah, nigga. N3_LL.